Enough said.
No, dude, we can't say any of this.
Why not?
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
This is Pious Dylan.
Wow, he's like prostrating himself. That's a thing, right?
Okay.
All right, anyway, guys, welcome to a special event here on Curiosity Public.
Is it special?
It's special.
Special.
Because today we're going to be talking about this. What is this? This is called Distiller's Caramel, also known in the spirits world, especially in the Scotch world, as E150A, which is basically caramel color. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of science.
Science? That's a little weird because I don't do science, but I do know somebody who does.
Oh, do you have a friend who can help us with a science experiment?
No, it's an acquaintance, but...
He doesn't have friends.
A human adjacent person.
yeah, human adjacent. And so how do you call a scientician onto the set? We snap.
I thought it was going to be like...
A horn of Gondor.
Like, what's the nerd salute? Whoa, who's that?
This is Dr. Dylan, PhD. And possibly another PhD soon.
All right.
Changing your legal name.
All right, well, today's experiment that Dr. Dylan is going to lead us in is about this caramel coloring. So, what are we going to do? Well, there's a lot of, I'd say, discussion in the Scotch world about natural colored whiskeys. Yeah. And what we wanted to see is, if you were to take a natural colored whiskey and add enough caramel color to kind of match a colored whiskey or an artificially adjusted colored whiskey, would it really affect the flavor at all?
And can we pick it out?
And can we pick it out in a blind? So first things first, we got to get a baseline. So what we decided is we picked one that's kind of well known for using artificial coloring, the Dalmore. Now this is the Dalmore 14, aged 14 years. Look how dark that is. Crazy, right? And we decided to pick a peated and a non-peated, or not a heavily peated Scotch to do as an experiment here. So well-known peated Scotch, Ardbeg. This is Ardbeg 10. They do not use any color in Ardbeg. So that's going to be Scotch number 1 that we're going to add some coloring to make it as dark as this Dalmore. And now we got one that's not a peat heavy one, more of a sherry influenced one.
Not peated.
Not peated. The Glenfarclas 12, which very clearly does say on the back there, it says you can see natural color. What we're going to do is we're going to pour all of these in glasses as a demonstration, and we're going to figure out exactly how much caramel color we're going to need to bring them up to the exact same color, or at least what appears to be the same color as the Dalmore. Should we get started?
Let's do it. Science.
All right, so there are 3 glasses. Let's pour, what do you think, about an ounce each of these?
Sure.
All right, so why don't you do an ounce of the Dalmore? It's a fresh crack.
Oh.
All right, so let's get exactly 1 ounce. I should do this on the table, huh? To be scientific about it.
It's not like our table's balanced either.
All right, pour that in there. So glass number 1 there on camera, or stage left, is the Dalmore. All right, so that's the Dalmore down here. Now let's pour the Ardbeg. Exactly 1 ounce. Oh boy. Is this science?
A little more.
Not from you.
Completely missed the bottle.
A little more.
Nah, that's good. Wow, look how much lighter.
Yeah.
Rinse that again.
Yep.
Well, now again, that Dalmore is 14 years as opposed to 10 years and 12 years. So, but there's no way it gets that dark, right?
Yeah. So
Unless there's a ton
I think
of
we
sherry.
may just need to use a microliter pipette, right?
Well, let's see. Let's get the last one here, the Glenfarclas, which I expect to be maybe a little bit darker than the Ardbeg, wouldn't you think?
No.
Well, it's got sherry influence, so and the sherry casks are kind of
A little bit darker.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker.
You right?
So there are 3 glasses. Let's do a close-up. You want to do it over there, Dylan?
Sure.
So, or Dr. Dylan, sorry. There's the Why don't you show them the color instead of covering it with your hand? There you go. So what is that?
So here's the Dalmor,
Yeah, and
and then here's the Ardbeg.
they're all pretty different. I mean, the Dalmor's clearly
You
the
can see
darkest.
difference. Even if we go on his white. There you go.
So let's do some science now. Ready?
Yeah, let's write it down. Let's see. You did 1 ounce pours.
1 ounce pours in all 3 of these.
And this is, we'll do the Ardbeg first.
Let's do the Ardbeg first, and we're using Still Spirits Distiller's Caramel.
Yeah, let's talk about, before we do that, do we know how we get this?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah.
I bought it on Amazon.
So what they do is they burn it, essentially. They heat it. They heat sugars, right? And it has, I believe, a higher oxidization of the solution than, or I'm sorry, oxidization. Jeez, what am I saying? Oxidation.
Are you a real doctor?
Yeah,
Anyway, this is made in New Zealand. Why don't we try it out?
oxidation.
This is so boring.
Yeah, no. Look, it's oxidized. You gotta cut all this.
Obviously.
It's heavily oxidized.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. They poisoned me. It's heavily oxidized compared to kind of if you were to.
Oh my God! Quit saying the same thing over and over.
No,
Just do the science.
No. I'm gonna say it again. Look, it's heavily oxidized compared to say like if you were to create caramel at home, right?
How many micro drops?
This is 100 microliters.
Is that going to be too much?
Well, let's try.
1 drop.
Can you
2 drops. Let's no. We're going to agitate. Oh wow. Okay, not enough.
Dude.
That's 2.
get in there though?
Yeah, with just 1 drop.
3, 4.
Try that.
That's the
Try
entire.
that. Oh, that's all of it?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I think that's pretty good.
It's a little bit too dark.
It's almost too dark.
But let's leave it at that. So just 100.
Okay, so it's okay. So 100 micro drops. What is it?
100 microliters.
Drops. Okay. You're not going to need quite as much for this.
Yes.
Can you dial it down maybe to
Halfer.
half?
Halfer.
So just write that down. Write down how much you did in your scientific journal notebook and code. Write it in
doctor?
cipher. So
I
nobody.
remember. Should we do 80? Oh no, that's too much.
Yeah, that's
Just
too
like
much, dude.
Let's go
You only need
50.
like-
That's what.
That's what you just said.
Seriously.
They poisoned
Who's the
me.
scientist now, dog?
Why'd you look at me? I didn't say it. All right,
would
so
you
we're
say
doing
that?
50 micro drops in the Glenfarclas.
I'll go
Might be
drop
too
by
much.
drop.
Yeah,
I'll go
just
drop
1
by
drop.
drop.
Okay,
Do
agitate.
2, and then I'll agitate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
No, it needs
Oh,
more.
yeah, a little more.
It's gonna be the whole thing.
Wait,
no! Oh no, that's perfect.
It is perfect.
It could use a little bit.
No,
more.
no more.
It's
That's
perfect.
close. That's
Yeah,
closer
it's-
than that, in
it's
fact.
perfect.
Nice job.
Yeah.
gentlemen.
All right, so now we have a general idea of how much caramel color is needed
To make it look like.
to make it look like a well-aged spirit. Now,
I mean,
like,
look at that. Okay.
if you looked at this,
Close.
I mean, like, wow, that looks great. I mean, it really looks nice. And now we can't tell which one's which based on the color. All right, so the
That's
way
good.
that this is going to work is we're going to set up, we're going to get some black glasses, and we're going to pour the Ardbeg and the Glenfarclas, exact same amounts, 1 ounce in 3 of the glasses, 1 ounce in the other 3 glasses, and then in that second set of glasses, Dr. Dillon is going to add the exact amount of the caramel color to make it look this color. And then we're going to compare the side by side. So we're not going to know which one is which, and we're going to just see if we can detect any difference between the two. I did a really bad job of explaining that. But I hope you guys understand what we're doing. We're basically going to have a glass of Glenfarclas straight out of the bottle, and we're going to compare it to a modified version of it.
There you
And we're not going to know which one is which. All right, guys, we're back. This is the Glenfarclas. So the way this worked is one of these has the caramel coloring in it. One of them does not. We don't know which one is which. We double blinded it. Dylan and I did the pouring and...
Dr. Dillon.
Sorry, Dr. Dillon, PhD. And I did the pouring and the coloring. Then we left the set. Jules came in and labeled. And so let's go on the nose. Let's just see if we can tell the difference. Because the whole point of this is there really any difference? It smells good. Huh. Do you find one to be a
is
little bit more subdued?
Yes, one is more subdued than the other.
The red?
And I think it is the red. No,
Dylan?
I think it's the yellow. Yellow's more subdued to me.
Okay, I want to be honest with you. I already know which one's which.
Oh,
Really?
look at this super nose.
You don't want to reveal it yet?
No, because I don't want
Okay. Okay, should we go to the palate, give it a taste?
to. Sure.
They do taste slightly different.
Do they?
It's like an intensity thing, but it's so subtle. I mean, I have some thoughts. You want to go first, Dylan? You seem pretty confident.
No, I want to go last because
All right, Jewel,
Because he's confident.
do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think on the nose, I detected that the yellow was more subdued compared to the red in terms of like just the power of like the peat and everything that I was getting,
there is no peat.
or
I was going to say, this is the not peated
non-peated,
one Farclays.
like earthiness,
No, don't.
but punch. It's like I'm saying this is this is more subdued than the red.
Yeah, but you're using the wrong terminology.
Sure,
All right, well, anyways.
but whatever.
On the palate?
On the palate, it's switched for me. So red ended up being more subdued palate-wise compared to the yellow.
Okay. I found on both accounts the red one to be a little bit more subdued. Very, very subtly. Now, I don't know if that means that the caramel color detracted or added. Because if it added something, that means it was in the yellow. If it detracted something, it means it was in the red. Overall, I preferred the yellow one a little bit, but not significantly.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, it's very, very similar. But yeah, I would say overall, the red one is a little bit more subdued across the board.
Are we gonna guess?
We can guess. I
Why don't you guess first?
would guess then it's in the red, because just going by what the general public says, which is that the caramel color is a bad thing,
Bad thing, yeah.
I would think it would take away something as opposed to add something. Doesn't make sense to me because you're literally adding something to it. I would almost think but I'll just, I'll go with the community and say that the one I liked better, which was the yellow, is the one that doesn't have the caramel coloring. So I think the coloring is in the red.
I
have no idea if I'm right.
Agree with you. I think
Joel
the coloring is in the red.
Agrees. Dylan, Dr. Dylan, PhD.
So the red has the coloring. I mean, to me, it's
Obvious?
way too obvious.
Really?
And I think the problem is that I don't know if it's too heavy-handed or whatever, but I can smell and taste the caramel. Yeah.
Should we see if we're right? Because we all said the same thing.
Sure.
Red unanimously.
How confident is Dylan?
Exactly.
I'm not Dylan.
Sorry, it's Dr. Dylan.
Dr. Dylan.
All right, so column 2 had the 150. Column 2 was the red. We were all exactly right.
Yeah. But I think we need to do this again.
I think doing it with the Ardbeg is going to be really interesting because
Tainted.
the peat may really throw us for a loop.
That's true. Yeah, I guess we
So
can try that.
let's do part 2 then.
Okay.
But for this one, we all could identify that there was something different and that the red one... I think the red one was...
No, I think the process was flawed.
How so?
Oh.
Because I think for me, the caramel was coating the lining of the glass.
So you want to mix it
You
and
didn't
then put it
stir
in the glass?
enough. You didn't agitate.
We should have done what I had proposed, a scientician proposed, which is to get a beaker, put it all in there, mix it, then pour it. That's
So
what
do you
we
want to do
should have
that
done.
for the Ardbeg just to...
Yeah, let's do
Iterate.
it. To correct it.
I think
That's the scientific method.
yeah, let's do it that way.
Improve our method.
corrected.
Yeah, let's do it.
Correct.
All right, so we're going to now wipe the slate clean.
I feel like we should do this again. So here's what I will say.
Dude.
Let's do the new process for
On the Ardbeg and see
Ardbeg,
if it's...
And see what
and
happens.
if we can't tell the
we should
difference,
do
then we
this.
should redo
That's
this.
flawed, though, because the peat, it may throw us off.
True.
Yeah, but I know, but that's why I'm
all right,
saying
fine,
that
let's
if it's
redo
so
it.
If it's still obvious, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try. We're going to do the Ardbeg now using Dylan's new method. We'll be back in a jiff.
I'm not Dylan.
Dr. Dylan. With
Dr.
2
You're-
PhDs.
You're crapping on my degrees.
I am, because they're bogus.
I mean, I worked very hard to get to this point.
All right, we're back. We've got the Ardbeg poured and labeled. Let's get it on the nosing and tasting. Let's see if we can identify any differences, guys.
Got it.
Right? Mm-hmm. Can't just say how much I like Ardbeg 10.
Oh, interesting.
It's closer.
It is closer.
Is it different though?
I think so.
I think so, very subtly.
If I'm right,
I noticed a little bit on the nose. Palate, I'm not so sure, though.
I'm the same.
There's a difference, but the question is which one's which.
It's weird, like it affected different parts of the palate.
It's basically the search for sweetness.
Search for Spock. All right. Any guesses?
This one's not as
It's not as clear.
Clear.
It's not as clear, which is good. The method may have worked, but let's see.
Okay. On the nose, I felt like the yellow was a little bit subdued. On the palate, it's really close. I still feel like the yellow might be a little bit subdued.
Really?
Yeah. But like I don't. It's not very significant.
But
This is,
isn't that automatically,
But what was your experience?
I mean, it doesn't matter how subtle it is. If it changes the flavor profile in any way, then
But for the
color
better,
does change it.
for the better or for the worse. Like if you want something more subtle, maybe, but like most enthusiasts want it to be more intense, so they would probably, at least in my reaction to this, pick the pink one. But it's not like this is much closer than the Glenfarclas to me. All right, what did you get, Jules?
all right, and the nose, actually, and palate track the same for me. I thought that, so for me, it was a search for sweetness. I thought the pink was sweeter on the nose, and then as well as on the palate. So I'm guessing the caramel's in this.
Okay, so I think we both agree. Caramels in. No, I was
No,
thinking.
I think you're
yeah,
opposite.
you're right. Okay. Dylan, what did you think?
I agree with Jules, which scares me.
That scares me too.
Because that's probably wrong. Then.
exactly.
They're so similar to me.
I mean, the pink was
It was
more
search for
intense, right?
sweetness. Yes.
Yeah, it's more bold.
More bold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. The pink was more intense and more bold. That's why I'm feeling like
But
So
the
the,
sweet
so the,
the
caramel color
coloring
does
diluted
change
it.
it.
just change it. Yeah. But are you guessing the caramel color is in the pink too? Then.
Yeah.
So you think it made it more bold?
Yeah, because I think it did too. Like, because
Why would it make it more bold? Where in the Glenfarclas it made it more mellow?
no idea.
I didn't do
That-
it. It didn't do that.
To me, it did.
Yeah, to me it did too. That's why.
So why are
it
you
is flawed.
swapping on this?
Because I feel like if for me it's a search for sweetness. The bold is so sweet on this.
Okay, so let's say we all would prefer the pink.
No.
no,
That's
not
not what we're
necessarily. I'm
Okay,
just
which
saying.
one do you prefer?
Oh, preference.
Jeez.
I don't know. Like,
If you you guys both just told me the pink was more bold, you should prefer the pink then.
not necessarily.
Who are you guys?
Do you know me?
Wow.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stick my foot in the ground and go. I think I still like the pink.
I like the
So
pink better.
preference is pink.
Preference
I think
is pink.
caramel is in the pink.
All right, Dylan,
there
Dr.
you go.
Dylan.
I agree.
Preference is pink. You think the caramel is in the pink?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. Preference is pink, but I'm just gonna be the oddball and say I think the caramel's then in the yellow.
Oh,
All right.
baby!
See?
Who is right?
Wow. All right. Not
I can't
no
believe-
unanimity. I
don't-
know what's going on.
I know.
Jeez, Dr.
All right.
Dylan.
Wait, this is the wrong ones. Wait. Oh, you said red.
No,
Oh, this is the old
one
ones.
has the correct. Yeah, it has P. Put it right there. No. Nice job, bitch.
I grabbed the wrong papers. All right.
Woo, 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 woo. So,
So
where do we stand? Oh, shoot.
Does this mean?
I think Dylan's more nervous than any of us.
Oh.
Dutch is right.
Wow.
We all preferred the one without the caramel color, the pink.
All right.
Pink was in
Right.
column 1, and the yellow was column 2. The yellow has the caramel coloring. Bow down before your supreme leader. I'm very pious as well, as you can tell. Dr. Dylan is wrong.
Dr. Dylan was wrong.
Now he's going to say, oh, the method is flawed. The method was better.
Yeah. So the method is.
Well, but here's the bombshell: is for both of them, we preferred the one without the caramel color. I don't know why you guys.
That's not
flipped
really
on
a
this.
bombshell.
No, I mean the community is correct. You should look for things without added caramel coloring. It does detract slightly from the flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Now, some people would say maybe we're flawed because of the proof. Like technically, we're proofing it down just a little bit. Whereas I would assume that when it's being sold at 40 whatever percent alcohol, right? It is. That's including the caramel coloring, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that.
100
about
microliters, though.
I know it's so little, right? But obviously it affects the flavor.
But see, for me, I don't know. The experience was different with this one.
No,
than the
we both.
Glenfarclas.
You prefer the one without it. Ultimately.
No, I know, but I mean, it felt with the Glenfarclas like it was more subdued. This one, it felt like it punched up for me. That's what was different.
This is the one that punched up, right? The pink?
Yeah, the pink.
Yeah, that doesn't have
Doesn't
it.
have it.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's what's weird with this experience for me.
It's exactly
It's
the
like-
same as the Glenfarclas.
No, but I wasn't, for whatever reason, wasn't detecting it. Like, I'm saying my brain thought, like, oh, the caramel accentuated
It
this.
doesn't make any sense. So why would you think that?
No,
I know what you're saying.
Like,
I know what you're saying.
I don't understand
I know
you
what
guys
you're
on this
saying.
one.
It fooled me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, I get it.
I'm like, I get it.
I get
being
it.
stupid.
I know what you're
I
talking
admit,
about.
like, I got it wrong. I'm okay with that.
I get what you're wrong. I get what you're
I
wrong.
get where you're wrong.
Long day.
Man.
First video of the day, guys.
Long day.
is
I
done.
get what you are saying. Dutch is a bully. Take us out. Take us out.
All right. Well, hey guys,
go.
there's the bombshell. The take home from this is that among this trial between this Ardbeg and the Glenfarclas, when we added the caramel coloring, we all of us preferred the iteration without it, completely blind.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that ultimately mean? Yeah, maybe we should be looking for no caramel coloring added. I wouldn't say it's like a drastic difference, but it's
Still didn't really.
But it's a relative
experience.
whatever. They're hedging
right?
now.
I mean, because
they're
if you're like singularly tasting Dalmore,
Right.
right, and there's
How does
nothing
that
to
Dalmore
compare it
taste?
to. Yeah, let me show you.
let me show you how it tastes. Is it better than both of these? I mean, it is a 14-year-old. He doesn't even give it to Jules. It's really nice. It's got that sherry bomb.
The finish is good.
I mean, I might prefer the
not-
Ardbeg because I like Ardbeg.
It's not perfect, but like
Anyway, I mean, the take home from this
really
is that,
good.
yes, based on
Yeah,
this
right.
slightly scientific experiment, caramel color E150 does slightly detract from the overall flavor experience. On that bombshell, Jules, take us out.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, let us know, especially about these kind of episodes. Please. Curious.
both of us.
Curious.
Grassy
Yeah.
Public.
Curiosity Public.
Subscribe for more videos from us. And if you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program here on YouTube and Patreon. We are also selling t-shirts. Links in the description. And we have a podcast on all major players. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious. Science. See, proves that I'm right again.
Science!
Oxidized
He's still.
Through the lips.
through the lips,
And over the gums.
through the gums.
Watch out, stomach.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
We totally butchered.
No, I didn't butcher it.
Just got Ben Richards.
No.
All right.
Give it
Are those have markings on them?
Yeah. 50 mils.
Oh, 50 mils. I already poured in this.
You already poured.
Well, we can just do this. So we're going to switch to these. So we're going to go 50 mil. That's a lot, isn't it?
No, you don't have to do 50 mils. It's just the vessel.
Yeah, but we need to
we need to
measure,
measure.
Dingo.
You know science.
No, you got to measure it anyway before you pour it in there, right?
I don't know why we would use this.
Yeah, man, I'm confused.
Because you can see the color better. It's
You
straight.
know no science.
How is that going to...
Whatever.
Yeah, but people drink out of a Glencairn. It should look like it's going to look out of a Glencairn. Did you rinse it?
Yeah.